Yo, g'day warriors, how are you? I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we are going to cover my 4 weirdest and most random side effects since having brain surgery, and also the fact that no two recovery journeys or symptoms will ever be the same. So, guys, this video stems from 2 great questions that a follower of mine, Darren, had put into the comments of one of my previous videos. I believe his 9-year-old has just had surgery themselves. I'm not sure if it's your son or your daughter, Darren, but obviously I wish him nothing but the best and for you, and good work for reaching out and asking questions. So Darren's a legend. He's obviously jumping on YouTube and the internet trying to find out answers and inspiration and insights for his kid who is 9. And it's pretty hectic and traumatic that they're going through something so hectic and severe and life changing so early in their little life. But I wish you nothing but the best, and I bet your kid's a warrior. If you your traits and your investigatory care factor of trying to find answers for them has anything to do with their will to live and fight and grow and improve. And so yeah, good on you, Darren. So Darren asked 2 different questions, and he just wanted to know about my side effects and how quickly or if I recovered from them, and kind of like what my timeline was. And he listed things like facial movements of the lips and the eyebrows, as well as eye movements and posture. And it got me thinking, like, I didn't have specific deficits and symptoms specifically like that. It got me to thinking around how no two deficits, side effects, and recovery journeys are ever the same. And no two journeys are either less or more important. We're all on this very severe and life altering path. But what it did get me to do in my answer to Darren in the comments was list a few of the more, I guess, peculiar and weird side effects that I did get, because his list of his child's side effects around the facial movements and the eyes and the lips and the posture, it got me to thinking of 4 of my weirder, kind of smaller, intricate side effects that I don't talk about a lot. I talk about my ataxia, my coordination, my strength, my dysphagia, my swallowing, and my diplopia a lot, my severe double vision. But I never really talk about these 4 things. So it was quite interesting to bring up, and I'm just going to list them for you now, and then I'll go into them in detail. So the 4 things I replied to Darren with were my facial numbness on the entire left-hand side of my face, the heightened sense of my taste buds, the severe dry eye I have in my left eye, and also the permanent tinnitus or ringing in the ear I have in my left ear. Those are the 4 of my weirder, more less spoken of side effects, and they kind of are similar to your child's, Darren, but also different and unique. So I'm going to talk about my facial numbness. So I don't know how to say anything simpler, but basically since brain surgery, the entire left-hand side of my face has been numb. Now it has improved. I can now feel that, but after brain surgery, I couldn't feel it when my parents or my brother were poking my face. We actually thought it was quite an interesting side effect. Yeah, the entire left-hand side of my face and also left-hand side of my body has been affected. It's kind of like I've had a stroke. So yeah, the numbness probably plays into a few of these other things. But yeah, it makes my face feel a little bit lopsided, a little bit kind of weird. And now that I'm into 5 years into my recovery, and I'm learning to accept it, it kind of feels normal now. I've forgotten how it used to feel before, when my face wasn't numb. The second thing, and actually, I'd love if you guys have these intricate or weird symptoms, chuck it in the comments below. Or just if you have other weird symptoms that we haven't listed here, chuck them down in the comments. I'd really be interested to see what other brain tumor warriors have for their side effects, and find it sort of like, yeah, weird, or just intricate little tiny ones that aren't massively life altering, but are obviously still there. So the second one for me, and this will sound bizarre, my taste buds are now heightened. So what that means is, if a food's really sweet or if it's really sour, or if it's really hot chili, or if it's really cold, my taste buds are on overdrive. It's like it's really sour, or it's really sweet, or it's really hot, or it's really cold, to the point where I cannot eat food with chili anymore. I'm very aware of the flavor and the enhancement that chili gives to food, and I simply can't do it. If something's really, really sour, it's overpoweringly sour now. Same as sweet. I remember when I used to put a little bit of honey in my tea. It was so sweet, and now I just don't bother with the honey, because it's to a point where it's overly sweet that I don't enjoy it. So yeah, I'm not sure why this has happened, and any neurosurgeons out there, you can try and describe why it happens. And I'd be interested to see if any of your warriors out there have this heightened sense of your taste buds. But yeah, I just thought it was a weird and peculiarly interesting, unique side effects in surgery. Now, the third one has kind of come on over the years. It was never like this, but it's now come on more and more and more as I've gotten older. My left eye will go so severely dry that it goes 100% blurry, and I can't see out of it if I do that, unless I put in eye drops every hour. Now, I can see pretty well now because I've just put some eye drops in before starting to film this video. But there were days in the past where I wasn't aware of keeping my eyes moist, and I didn't know it was dryness. And I just thought, oh, I'm going to randomly go blind in my left eye every kind of week. But yeah, as it started to get worse and became more of a daily occurrence, I went and saw an ophthalmologist to see what was going on, and she explained to me that yeah, it's severe dry eye, and it will be something you need to live with for the rest of your life. But if you use eye drops and keep it moist, it shouldn't be as bad. You shouldn't go as blurry. Air conditioning and really cold breezes and wind can actually dry it out, and make it really, really bad. So I've got to keep some eye drops on me all the time. And yeah, I wonder if any of you out there have severe dry eye. It's bizarre. My right eye and my right side of my face, everything's perfect, touch wood. On my right, it's just my left-hand side. Numbness, the dry eye, the taste buds, and point number 4, I have permanent tinnitus in my left ear. My left ear, since brain surgery, has been ringing every second, every minute, every hour, every day for the last 5 years. It's constantly ringing. Like I can hear it now. Just it's really quite annoying, but I'm very lucky in the fact that it's not a little bit louder, that it's incredibly annoying or life altering. Like it's there and it would annoy the hell out of you, but I've just gotten used to it to the point where it doesn't really affect me at all. It's just annoying. And yeah, it's just on this list of random peculiar side effects. And I've got a lot of my mates that are DJs or have partied too much in the past, and they've got tinnitus as well from loud music or listening to loud music on their headphones as a DJ. And you know, I can't really whinge and complain when all my mates have it anyway. So it's just one of those things. But it is on the list of my more peculiar brain surgery symptoms. So yeah, yeah, it got me thinking, Darren. Yeah, no two brain surgery recovery journeys or list of symptoms will ever be the same. So asking me for when your child will recover from those particular symptoms you listed, I honestly don't know. Use my videos as a bit of an insight, inspiration that things can get better if you do put, you know, quality time and effort into your rehabilitation. But yeah, don't ever say, well, yeah, this person has these symptoms and so do I. They recovered after X amount of weeks, months, or years, so will I. Yeah, I actually used to dwell on this a lot when I was in hospital after my brain surgery, because I was in a ward in the hospital where there were dozens of brain surgery survivors, and some of them were up walking and I couldn't walk. Some of them were eating and I couldn't eat. And I used to dwell on this a lot. I used to think, oh, why can they do that and I can't? But then I got to the realization after a few weeks, I'm like, look, Joel, you've got to run your own race. Your symptoms are your symptoms. Their journeys are their journeys. Like, be happy for them. that they are recovering, they're up and walking, they can eat food, etc., etc. You just have to get through your journey on your own. No one else is going to help you. You've got to focus on doing your rehab, focus on doing all of those exercises that your physicians or your surgeons or your doctors or your GP tell you to do. Because the more effort and time and energy you put into your rehab, you will become that good news story and one of those people that other people look at go, wow, I really want to be like him. I really want to be able to learn to walk again. I really want to be able to eat food again. I really want to be able to drink water again. I really want to get my eyesight back, yada, yada, yada. Um, so, yeah, I really had to come to that realization myself, Darren, and potentially you and your child do as well. You guys are running your own race. Use my videos as a bit of an inspiration. But yeah, don't use them as a doctrinated timeline of this will definitely happen as Joel's timeline has folded out, because it's always all different. My advice, focus on your child's rehab. Do whatever your surgeons, your physicians, your team, your general practitioners advise you to do, and really put in the hard yards. I do have other videos on my advice around rehabilitation and how to get the best out of your rehabilitation, whether you have a physical therapist or if you have to do rehabilitation at home on your own. I give some good advice in those videos. So head to the playlist on my channel around rehabilitation. You'll find some really in-depth and some valuable, I hope, valuable information in there around how to get the best out of your rehab and how to get your recovery timeline sped up and recover as quick as possible. So yeah, guys, as always, I'm going to wrap this video up by thanking Darren for throwing the question into the comments of my previous video, but also to any of you out there who are having chemo or radiation or some form of treatment, or whose loved one or whose child is out there going through the same. And if you're going for an MRI or getting some results from your surgeon, I wish you nothing but the best, and I'm sending you positive vibes. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.